We're in the Yorkshire Dales today, a place called Muker. We're going to walk from Muker to Keld, and we'll just give you a quick look round the village before we start. We've got a car park at Muker, and as you can see there's a row of seats in front of us with a great view, and you know that's a spot for your picnic or out before you start or when you finish. So on our right hand side in front of the river you've got the village store and Muker tea shop, and we've got public toilets here. Then just head forward 300 yards past the Farmer's Arms and tea shop and you can see some parking in the distance, and that's free, and that's where we're going to park, just on the side of the river. And there we've got the Farmer's Arms just next door to the tea shop. It's only a tiny village, but the school's been made into a craft shop and gallery. As you can see at the side of the road there's parking for 20-30 cars. We've parked our car near the 30 sign and we're heading back towards the centre of the village now to pick our path up. We just head forward past the gallery and the tea shop, heading towards the church and picking that little road up on your left. So we've walked back down the front of the shop, got to the seats, turn left, slightly uphill, you've Institute on your right and you've got church on the right. We're going uphill now. Just head round the corner 50 feet, you'll see seats on your left. Straight in front of you you've got Corner Cottage. Just head straight forward, walk past a sign on your right hand side that says Gunnerside and Keld. So we just keep heading straight forward down the track. You can see that walker is going in front of us. We'll just have a quick look at the other side, and straight away we're into a field of tiny lambs there, look. She's just checking to see if they're hers. It's the 1st of May today. It's quite windy, but at least it's not raining yet. And you've got the little lambs tucked in near the side of the buildings to keep warm. And here we have another one just getting its breakfast there, number 20 by the look of it. Here's another one, here's its sister or brother there, look. Well, we'll leave it at that, we've got a lot to do today. There's like a bit of a stone footpath and it goes over a series of stiles. We're heading towards Keld now. Walk through 3 or 4 fields through the stiles. You'll see quite a big barn on your left hand side in line with the wall. Look immediately to your right. You'll see a sign, please keep to the flagged path. Just past the sign on your right hand side that says keep to the flagged path, you'll come to the wall, straight through, you come to the river in front of you. Sign says Keld left, Gunnerside right, but we're turning right. So we've turned right there, head forward a couple hundred yards, left over the bridge, crossing the River Swale. We're just under the bridge now, looking back towards Muker. Cross over the bridge, walk up the steps, you'll see a sign in front of you, Keld to your left hand side, Gunnerside to your right. We turn left for Keld. We're heading forward with the river on our left. You're walking with a taxi driver today. The breeze is causing us a few problems. We just keep following the path at the side of the river. We'll just give you a look to the left hand side, and as you can see in the distance we've got plenty of lambs. As we walk along we look to our right hand side and we can see the waterfall coming down off the hills, and as you can see the little streams running right under our feet under the track. We've just got the odd spot of rain, but hopefully we'll get away with it today. We just keep heading forward. We can hear peewits and that, and we can see a dipper down below. Couple of dippers here, look. See if we can get them. They're not dippers. We don't know what they are, but it's not dippers, look. 2 of them there. And there, what was making the noise? One's gone. Oh, he's still there. He's gone. Have to keep taking a shot whenever we can when the bit of breeze dies down. We're heading forward towards the rocks at the bottom on your right hand side in the distance, and then we shall be following the path on your left uphill. But just before we do, we'll take a quick shot of the river on our left hand side. As we come over the top, we look at this. We've a series of waterfalls, and we're going to cross over the bridge, and on the left hand side there you can see the remains of old workings. I'd like to take the opportunity to say hello to Steve in the Sunday Walkers. I think this would be a great one for you to do, and they enjoy the Dales and the countryside same as we do. Just before you cross over the little bridge, get your camera out, take a quick shot. Look at that, it's fantastic. It's such a lovely place here. We decide to get a bit closer, so we walk in front of the workings to take a close-up of the waterfall and the hills at the back. Well, we keep heading forward, so we're slowly making our way uphill now towards Keld. As we go forward, we'll pass a hut on our left hand side, and we just keep walking down towards where that lady and that dog are there, look. And just to the side of there you can look down the valley where we've just walked up, and then all we do, we just keep following the track, going slightly downhill now. And then as we walk round the bend, we see like an old abandoned farmhouse in the distance, just in front of the trees. So we're still heading forward down the track, and if we look down below we can see the river, and then just to the right of that what looks like an old quarry. As we head forward we can see Keld in the distance, and we think that'll be a good place to stop for a break. Just before we go to Keld, we'll take one or two quick shots just to give you an idea of the countryside. You can see the river down below, and there's the path we should be following, look. And here we have a little spring coming out the hillside. Keep walking forward, you'll come to a gate, over a bridge, and then turn left on the Pennine Way towards Keld. As we walk over the bridge we just take a quick shot of the waterfalls on the left, and then just in front of us, we're just at the bottom of the falls now, and it looks pretty good to me, does that? It's about 15 feet, I'd say, 18, 20 feet maybe. And here we are, just a bit lower down, the upper falls, the middle falls, and here we are in the lower part of the falls. There's a lot of noise off the water, so I'm having to shout. But, you know, it's pretty spectacular with all this water we've had recently. We can see the waterfall cascading down, and then just below it you can see where it enters the River Swale. We finished filming the waterfalls, we go over the bridge, over the swale, turn right, and we're going into Keld. As we cross over the bridge we'll just give you a quick view to our right hand side. We just make our way, 5 minutes walk towards Keld. We see there's a tea room here, and I think there's a bar as well, a pub. So let's have a look. And we can see a couple of seats in the distance, so that might be where we're stopping. As we come out into the square in Keld, we can see Ruskin's campsite ahead of us, and you can get cold drinks and light refreshments there. We have a look through the village and there's plenty of seats to sit on, so that looks alright. Just past the post box there's the church, and we're going to sit in there and have our drink. If you look you'll see a sign saying Keld Wellbeing Garden, entrance through the churchyard. So that looks like a good place just to get out with a bit of breeze while we have a sandwich. And we just walk across the front of the church and make our way to the Wellbeing Garden. And this is where we are. We're in the churchyard now, and there's a plaque in front of you telling you what's going on. There's kingfishers, there's owls, there's jays, there's woodpeckers, there's house martins, goldcrests, and there's a lot more to see. And this is the view we've got while we're having a sandwich. And I'll tell you, it looks pretty good to me. And as we sat having our sandwich in the Wellbeing Garden, little lambs just playing at the side of you. The path's just down below. There's plenty of seats. While we're having a sandwich, we've got this little blue tit here, keeps coming down to eat the food. We're still in the garden. We've got this little finch here, look. You can see some bread we've just chucked down. He's back again, look. That little blue tit. They don't chair, they don't pot. We're only about 20 feet away from them. There he is. There we've got that finch on the back of the chair, look. He's jumped down now. He's took the bread. We're still sat in the garden. When we start back, we'll just head forward along the track towards Kisdon Force, but we pick the track up on the right and that takes us straight to Muker. So we make our way back on the track a couple of 100 yards, and instead of dropping down to the waterfall, we keep heading straight on. You'll see on the signpost it says Muker, and as you head along the right hand side path towards Muker, it's a great opportunity to take one last shot of the waterfall as you go by. We just keep taking shots of anything that we think's interesting, and we think that looks pretty good. That's the path we came down, and you've got like the rock formations below. We keep heading forward. We've just seen a kestrel as we're walking by, but a bit too late to get it on film. We weren't fast enough. We just keep heading forward along the track. Just below the cliffs on the right, you'll see a sign saying footpath Kisdon Upper Force, and that turns left. We're going to go and have a look. So there, we just turn left, slightly off the track. So we're just making our way through the fallen rocks towards the Upper Force. Well, hopefully it should be just round this corner. Look at the crack there, that great big slab. We walk down in front of that. Well, here we are above the force. We're going to see if we can get down below and get a better shot. And if you look, somebody's attached a rope there to help you down because it looks very slippy. We're going to see if we can do it. Well, we've made it down the rope. You walk through a mass of wild garlic. It's very slippy, but we're here. We've still got the lower part to do yet. Well, we're stood on the top of the lower part now. And that's looking downriver, and there's the lower falls. If you've ever wondered why people love the Yorkshire Dales, I think this says it for you. It doesn't get much better than this, does it really? Well, we'll keep going. Well, that was a lot of effort, but well worth it. The views are spectacular down here. There's been a lot of rain, so we've been lucky today. We head back towards the track now, across the rock face again, make our way back, and then turn left. So we've made our way back onto the track now, turned left, and we're looking for a right-hand turn soon. You can either turn left to go straight back to Muker down the same sort of valley, or go on the Pennine Way, and it says Thwaite and Muker. We're going to turn right, Thwaite and Muker. Thwaite! We're going to turn right, Thwaite and Muker, slightly uphill, so we head forward on the right-hand path now. So we're just walking across the top of the valley. We've got the river on our left-hand side and the path in front, past that tree in front of you. You just keep walking uphill till you see a gap in the wall, and then we turn left there. We follow the Pennine Way back to Muker. We're doing this path because we've got the height and we can get some better photographs. So we go through the wall and turn left on the Pennine Way. As we walk along, we look to the other side of the valley, and the path's down below we walked on, but above there we've got a couple of huts and that, and there's a slag heap there, so there's evidence of mining. As we're going along uphill, we look to our right and we can see a little spring there coming out the ground at the side of the hill, and if we look closely, the whole side of the hill's covered in primroses. We're walking along towards Muker, just following the inside of the wall, and we're just heading straight forward now, back towards Muker. You can see the river in the bottom. And as we look down below across the river, we can see Swinner Gill. That was the industrial piece we showed you on way up, with the waterfall at back. And the water comes obviously from the hills, you can see. It's still very windy, that's why I'm having to shout. But if you look down below, you can see the river, and Muker's just in front. We keep heading forward. As we walk along, we look to our left, and we can see a mine entrance, a footpath, and a waterfall at the back of it. Still very windy though. We just head forward downhill now, to the right-hand side of that building in front of you. We're not far off. You're walking down the track with walls at either side. Keep to the right of the building. Muker's 3/4 of a mile. We head forward downhill. Well, we've come out onto a tarmac track. We've had a great day in the Yorkshire Dales. It's been a bit windy, but we think we've managed to get this one away. On our left-hand side, we've got the river. Just in front of us, we've got Muker. We're slowly heading downhill now. We hope you've enjoyed our walk in the Yorkshire Dales. You've been walking with a taxi driver today.